Patch 6.3 is now live with a whole bunch of things to be doing, such as the Alliance Raid, new MSQ, and there's new rewards to farm. That's going to be the topic of today's video. Hello everyone, I'm your host, Lucar, and welcome to the channel. And the different type of rewards we're mainly going to be covering today is going to be the minions and the mounts that came out in this patch. And we're going to also be talking about the one fashion accessory that was added. Unfortunately, it was only one, and I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but hey, at least we got one, and hopefully we can get more in the future. And first up, we're going to be talking about the different minions and then work our way towards the mounts. To start off, the first minion we're going to be covering is, of course, the Corgi. Oh my god, bro. I love this minion. It looks so adorable. For this minion, you're going to have to farm 400 fox leaves through Unreal. It's currently Sophia, so if you haven't, make sure to give it a try. Following that one, we're going to be getting this little ghost right here called Mama Antamanon. In order to get this one, you're going to have to get 30,000 MGP at the gold saucer. Very cheap, very not so pricey, especially compared to the one later on into this video. Next up, we got this little guy, the Sky Blue Back, and this one can only be acquired through Island Sanctuary. You're gonna need 4,000 Seafarer's calories, and it's pretty easy to grind, and if you've been saving up, it's gonna be available as soon as you drop in. Following that, we got Susasaurus? I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one's gonna be acquired possibly through submarines. And it's too early to tell. This isn't like 100% confirmed. Maybe I'll add text about it later. And after that can be the crafted one, Bantam Train. And this one requires the Omnus plating, which is likely a submarine item. Next up, we are going to be covering a little bit of spoiler minions. So if you haven't, make sure to jump to the future time by right here, somewhere in the screen. With that, we have the Wind-Up Helena, which can only be gotten through the Alliance Raid with the final chest. In the first weeks, this takes a little bit of time to get because everyone really wants to get it, and it's probably going to be hard, but it still looks really good in my personal opinion, and I recommend trying out this Alliance Raid as soon as possible. It had great music, it had some cool fights, so I do recommend it. Next up, you got the little water demon himself, Kagenatsu, and you can acquire this guy at the last boss of the current dungeon for 6.3, and it looks pretty cool. It's a little turtle guy. He's rocking that shell. It looks pretty cool. I highly recommend them. And for the last set of minions we're going to be talking about today are going to be these two little guys. These two can only be acquired through the treasure maps. If you are a fan of the story mode, I highly recommend trying to go for these when running maps with your friends. Next up, we're going to be talking about the one and only fashion accessory that came into this patch. It's called the Felicia's Furball Umbrella, and you can get this again through Island Sanctuary for 6,000 Seafarer's calories. If you stacked up, then you can buy this fresh once you get in, and hopefully you get to rock this in Under the Rain. And now, finally, we're going to be talking about the mounts. Yes, the mounts. There's quite a bit introduced in this patch. And first up, we got the Logistics Node. And this one can be acquired through PvP, mainly getting through the Battle Pass. And you have to be rank 15. It'll take a bit of time, maybe a couple hours of PvP just to get through the Battle Pass. But you'll get this in no time. For this next one, we're going to have to do a repeating step similar to how it was in the minions and the fashion accessory. This one, you're going to have to go again for Island Sanctuary, and you're going to need 35,000 Seafarer calories. But instead of being able to acquire it once you land, you actually have to make it to rank 12 in order to get the mount itself. And it's going to be an island alligator, so if you wanted to impersonate a Floridian, this is your chance. Go for it and scare off the locals. We now have the Blackjack. This one is going to be tied to the gold saucer, and this one's going to be worth 4 million MGP, and it's now officially the most expensive item to buy that is tied to MGP. And if you are a fan of FF6, this is a must-have mount to get. And I'm a huge fan of FF6, so as soon as I saw that this was going to be added, I really want it. Fortunately, I'm missing a little bit of MGP, but hey, I'll get there in no time. For these next two mounts, they're kind of returning style, that they're both actually gold mounts. And yep, that means they're going to cost actual gil this time. And they're going to be costing you around 50 million gil. Yeah, that's right, 50 million. And I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but once you have 50 million, you can definitely obtain one of these two, because that's going to be total of 100 million gil just to get both of them this patch. So if you saved up, hey, perfect. If not, you got to find ways to obtain it. And hey, who knows, maybe I might upload a video telling you what to do in this patch. Up next is going to be a very unique way of getting mounts. There hasn't been another mount that you can acquire this way, which is going to be tied to custom deliveries. For this one, you're going to have to max out the custom delivery rank for Andon, the new NPC tied to custom deliveries, and he'll just give you himself, basically, or his third child. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get footage for every single mount and minion due to how hard it is to obtain it. So I'm going to provide also screenshots, but at a later point, I will be updating this video or making a follow-up video to the mounts with an actual footage for each single one that I missed. These next two mounts are going to be acquired very similar, that you're going to have to do them through both treasure maps, and you'll need to acquire the same item 3 times for each one, which is either 3 burning horns for the first one or 3 bottles of exciting tunic for the second one. And these are tradable, or you can sell them through the market board, so you can buy that last one that you need if you only have 2 out of 3, or you can just trade the mounts and get them directly, which is also a different method. And the last one is going to be tied to the trial. So if you don't know who the trial is, or you don't know anything about it, make sure to hit the timestamp up above or somewhere on the screen. Finally, we're going to be talking about our last mount of the video, and it's called the Links of Righteous Fire. And in order to get this one, it's going to be tied to the extreme trial of this patch, Mount Ordeals. And this one has, of course, a very similar design as the other cats. But this time it's going to have a little bit of a red fire glow, other than the other ones that they have purple, green, blue. And that about covers every mount, minion, and fashion accessory introduced in this patch. If you like what you see, make sure to give the video a like and comment down below if I missed anything. And if you really like the content and want to show your support, make sure to hit that sub bell and be notified for the upcoming videos. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.